Good morning. I headed into TikTok this morning, and the second or third thing that I saw, I don't know why. It's kind of interesting. I think this is why. I'm going to explain it afterward. Um, it was a guy doing a live feed who was claiming to be reincarnated King Tut, which I think for most people sounds really nuts, but to me, that just doesn't sound nuts, you know. Um, but he was claiming that there is no God. And I wanted to ask him, well, then what is reincarnating you? But before I could get there, I got blocked for saying God is the spark of life that animates you, um, which was very respectful. But he blocked me, and which is fine. Like I don't give a shit. But the whole reason I was brought into that room was to be a witness, and anyone who is claiming a connection with ancient Egypt, who has no respect for the energies that built ancient Egypt, is walking in a way that he is going to get hurt. I mean that completely literally. See, I walk with the energies of ancient Egypt. They're right here, 222. They say this a lot. They just said, we rewrite worlds. Um, so when I'm pulled into something like that, I know there's an element of judgment taking place because they would have no reason to put me in that room without that. And it made me aware that I think a lot of people right now don't understand that we just had the turning of a wheel and a lot of energies that you haven't heard from because the opposition has been in power. You're now going to be hearing from in a very direct way. And they're not energies that have any problem with throwing you a painful fucking lesson. We were taught, um, I think, in the spiritual community that um, all higher dimensional beings are all loving all the time. And that is not true. And it's not that they're not loving, it's that they understand from a very high perspective that sometimes we need a painful lesson to evolve. And they have no problem with throwing you that painful lesson. But you don't need that kind of grief. Just respect. You don't even have to believe, as I believe, as others may, but you definitely need to be operating with some respect for what maybe you don't understand.